Hey everyone, Ripley with Bob's Watches. In this video we're talking all about the Omega Speedmaster Reduced and going over some of its key features and how it differs from the classic Moonwatch. Also, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can stay up to date on our latest video content. First released in 1957, the classic Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch is a true icon within the industry. In the years since its initial debut, the Speedmaster has expanded from a single model into an entire collection of chronograph watches, and it now represents one of the cornerstone offerings in Omega's catalog. The classic Omega Speedmaster Professional Moonwatch has a 42mm case fitted with a domed hesalite crystal and powered by a manually wound integrated chronograph movement. To this day, Omega still produces a version of the Speedmaster that retains its NASA certification, and it's almost identical to the models that first went to the moon more than a half-century ago. However, in 1988, Omega released the Speedmaster Reduced, which offered much of the same styling as the classic Moonwatch, but in a smaller and more compact overall package. As its name suggests, the Omega Speedmaster Reduced offers a reduced case size compared to the standard Moonwatch, measuring 39mm in diameter rather than 42mm. Additionally, while the full-size model runs on a hand-wound integrated chronograph movement, the Speedmaster Reduced is powered by the caliber 3220, a self-winding ETA-based movement fitted with a modular chronograph mechanism. Due to the use of a self-winding caliber, the Speedmaster Reduced is also sometimes referred to as the Speedmaster Automatic. Although the two cases are very similar in their overall aesthetic, the caseback of the standard Moonwatch is of the screw-on variety, while the Speedmaster Reduced uses a snap-on caseback. Due to its smaller case size and the use of a different movement, the subdials on the Speedmaster Reduced are positioned noticeably closer to the edge of the dial when compared to the layout of the classic Speedy Pro. Beyond their positioning, the actual layout of the subdials is also different on the two watches. On the classic Moonwatch, the running seconds indicator is at the 9 o'clock location, while it appears at the 3 o'clock on the Speedmaster Reduced. Furthermore, like other watches that use modular chronograph movements, the winding crown on the Speedmaster Reduced is positioned slightly lower on the side of the case relative to the chronograph pushers. On the classic Speedy Pro, both chronograph pushers and the winding crown all sit in a straight line, and this difference is simply due to the different designs between modular and integrated chronograph movements. The Speedmaster Reduced was always intended to be priced less than the standard full-size 42mm Speedmaster Pro. While the classic Speedmaster Professional was the NASA-certified model designed for professional use, the Speedmaster Reduced was created more for the general public, and its automatic movement made it significantly more convenient for everyday wear and use. Over the years, Omega produced a number of different Speedmaster watches with smaller case sizes. However, the Speedmaster Reduced name specifically applies to the models with black dials and bezels that do not have additional date displays or calendar complications. The original Speedmaster Reduced was the reference 3510.50.00. However, it should be noted that this model originally went by another reference number before Omega changed their coding system in the late 1980s. This Speedmaster Reduced model features a domed hesalite crystal and a matte black dial, just like the classic full-size Moonwatch. However, the dial also features small Arabic numeral minute markings located on the inside perimeter of each hour marker. In 2006, Omega launched a new version of the Speedmaster Reduced in the form of the reference 3539.50.00. This new model swapped out the hesalite crystal of its predecessor for a sapphire one and introduced a new dial design that more closely mirrored the dial of the full-size Speedmaster, omitting the Arabic numeral minute markings found on the previous version. Beyond the updated dial and crystal, the new Omega Speedmaster Reduced was more or less identical to its predecessor, complete with a 39mm case, modular self-winding chronograph movement, and a black tachymeter bezel. Despite the more attractive price point and convenient automatic winding movement, many buyers still preferred the classic Speedy Pro, leading Omega to discontinue the Speedmaster Reduced entirely by 2009. Although there's not been a Speedmaster Reduced in production for over a decade, Omega still offers smaller versions of their iconic chronograph in the form of the Speedmaster 38 and Speedmaster Racing, both of which have 38mm cases and automatic winding movements. With that in mind, neither the Speedmaster 38 nor the Speedmaster Racing offer models that closely follow the design of the classic full-size Moonwatch, and to this day, the Speedmaster Reduced remains the go-to option for collectors that want the iconic design of the Moonwatch in a smaller overall package. Prices for the Omega Speedmaster Reduced have increased significantly in recent years. However, both versions of the model are significantly more affordable than the classic full-size Speedmaster Professional when shopping on the pre-owned market. Regardless of whether you go for the Speedmaster Reduced or its full-size counterpart, you'll be receiving a watch with a truly iconic design and one of the richest and most exciting histories in the entire industry. For more information on Omega's smaller Speedmaster, be sure to check our complete guide on this now discontinued model, and you can find the link for that in the description below. Thanks for watching our video on the Omega Speedmaster Reduced. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can stay up to date on our latest video content.